Hello, everybody. Um, Golden live here. I promised that. Let me see how I'm going to manage this, but hopefully you see it a little better. It's the best setup I can do for the moment. I know that the previous live that I did a couple of hours ago, that live was outside of the town. It was outside of any connection. The internet was so worst, and it was breaking. It wasn't right. I wanted to show you a little bit out of ancient Bulgaria. I'm just trying to post some pictures out of Facebook. I've been already in two places. I have a lot of other places around the area here to see, and it's good. It's good to see your past, to see the things that you are wanted to see. Kind of like giving you a perspective of the things. But what we're talking about here, it's had a few conversations with people who they're like, why the union fails? They ask me, why did we fail? Where do we fail? What do you think it is? What happened? What the situation is? I spoke with someone who's been sort of union for 6 years, on and off, on and off. I spoke with another person that they came in and they separate. I went into another person that's been doing things. And also I talked to, some friends that I share some of their stuff. And it's come to boils down that when you become into a union, okay, you came in, but you see what the situations are, okay, and begin to pushing buttons, this triggers of what it is, what it's not it. To remind you to be in a true union, you have to be true to yourself and true to the everything you got. If the truth is missing, that could be one of the main reasons of this union not to happen and separation to be in order. Okay, because without the truth, you can't allow this clean parts of the spirit of the soul to unite. There is some secrets, there is some lies, there is a situations, there is something is out of the way, something is out of the whack, is not right. Maybe your partner, okay, is afraid to leave their relationships they are in. I mean, if they are afraid for quite a few years, okay, to let go of their relationship to be with you, then they have a fear. Okay, the fear has been killed more unions than anything. Fear of rejections, fear of love, fear of abandonment, fear that you're gonna get hurt by the person because of the previous person, fear that the things might repeat themselves. I mean, name it. Okay, so when you begin to have this sort of coming in together and the triggers comes up, your job should have been to look at those triggers, okay, not just escaping them. I mentioned in the video I'm an industrial maintenance technician or mechanic, however you want to call it. But at one company, okay, if you picture yourself, the company is like a family. Okay, I'm kind of like giving you some this perspective of your better understanding. One company has got so many machines, right? Well, they just don't go out there and replace the machine. Okay, they fix the machine. So you're not just bolting out and running out of this union. You go out and look the problem. Now, the question it is if you see the problem, knows the problem, and then you kind of like running out so shy and walking out of the problem without even pretending there is a problem, then is the problem with you. There is something wrong. You have to go and see the things that goes on. If it's your partner, then it's your partner's problem. But the most of the unions that I see that I failed is they are pointing the fingers. As I said on the previous life there, when you point the finger, one finger points towards the person, one points towards God, but the three fingers points towards you. So focus of the things that is. You should see the things what the person did. If you are one of those trauma bond relationships for it, then you should see this situation because you have to protect yourself while you are in a toxic relationships. And that is the one reason is you don't like something or something he does or she does. Okay. You might be pushing the buttons of these traumas. Okay. Maybe the person doesn't know intimacy. Maybe they don't know, well, they never have in this parts of love that you give it to them, because most of the time when I hear in the twin flames, it's like, I went out and I told him or I told her how I feel about and everything else, and they haven't spoken to me ever since. Why? Why did they not spoken to you? They haven't spoken to you because they haven't exposed to this love. They want that love. That's what that connection is between you two. But they're not. And they come back, they talk to you, you probably moved in together, but there is still a problems. What problems are those? Those are the problems they're not healed, that needs to be healed. You can heal them both, or you can heal them in separation. It's up to you. But most of the people, they heal them out of the separation, and that's what the separations exist. Okay? So, if you have any kind of like more questions, or you have need for help, you need to understand that in this type of relationships, you have to learn the troubleshooting part. Okay, don't go out the blind. I know the love is blind, and when the love blinds you, you're not able to see the triggers or the red flags, or you know about red flags, but you don't know the whole truth, because the truth heals everything. If you don't, the truth doesn't exist, the respect doesn't exist, guess what? End. That's it. It is end. I spoke with someone here, and they posted me a video about they went out to talk about that telepathy problems, and they told him, well, telepathy doesn't exist. They went to a psychologist, and the psychologist told them, well, the telepathy doesn't exist. And you're like, deal, but you show up in your videos that exist. What should I do? Yes, the telepathy, medically, it's already proven. So psychologists that right now, they don't understand all this part. They have no knowledge about it, twin flames, or they haven't followed up with the latest things in the past few years about mirroring neurons, about the chat, that is the portion of the brain that's actually emitting this think waves out, and it enables this telepathy. They have to go and educate them themselves. And that is the one thing that you have to look for it. Hi, Carl Lucy. After 5 years, he chose to stay with his wife. No blame, just sadness. My only truth now is admitting that I don't know how to move on without him. Try hard to accept this cruel way to learn. Here is the thing, Carl. If your person choose, hi Nia, hey, yeah, I love the ruins too. There's been a lot of the going on of this, and I'm going nuts staying in this apartment because I've been staying in apartments ever since this, pretty much. So now here I can just travel a little bit and show you some of the part. There is a lot of ruins here. I'm planning to go to 3 more places pretty soon, so I will show it to you. But Carl, Lucy, let me tell you this. If they choose their wife, why did they not choose you? What did they have for you? Did they compare you to their wife? Did they were just coming in, whatever they feel like it, and then bye and I'll see you next time? Did they just had had you as like a third wheel or spare tire in their life? Because you need to look at it. This person maybe needed someone outside of the relationship, but not really to be a twin flame. Okay, the twin flame connection is something very specific. Let me explain a little bit. Twin flame understands the cosmic laws. They understand the cosmic intimacy. I explained this on the video, The Gift, that I said. If you've been watching that, if you search my channel for The Gift, you can see it. The intimacy there, it's explained for it. So, yeah, Carl, thank you. Feeling a little better. I'm going to have some 2 or 3 more surgeries to go on. They have to correct stuff here from the damage and the lips. That will happen pretty soon. But you need to look at it and understand of this, that some people can use the twin flames for something else. Okay, that's why it's as a continue of this example, when you go there and you're trying to fix a machine, you're not just doing anything. It's like, okay, well, I fixed this and you'll be okay. It will run and 10 and 1 hour begins again. No, you go out there, you go and you do something that's called root cause failure analysis. So sit down with yourself and be a little bit, if you're a male, be a person who goes deep down to the roots. Okay, as my friend Nuri said, if the fruits are wrong, go down to the trenches and go down to the roots of the tree. See, maybe the roots are drying. So when you go and troubleshooting your relationship, see what is your roots are, your own roots, not somebody else's roots, and figure out these situations, figure out this problem. Okay, but you need to understand it's getting to the truth. I had some people who came to me as an astrologer, to do their astrology readings. And I tell them the truth. And guess what? They bolt out. Why did they bolt out? Because they want to hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear their problem. Then why you go to a healer? Why you go to astrologer? Why you go to a doctor? You want to go to a doctor that's going to lie to you and says like, hey, you know what? You just have a little fat thing. But the doctor knows you need to replace your liver. And he tells you need to replace your liver. And you're like, oh, shit. Do you accept it? No. You expect that it's going to be just a little bit of fat, a liposuction, and there you go. You move out. Happy life, right? But you go to another doctor and he says the same thing over and over. That's what this root cause analysis for you and your relationship can help you understand why you're in a separation. I mean, you can go to a psychologist, you can go to a tarot reader, you can go to a psychic reader or astrologer, you can go to a twin flame coach. You can go to any of this to help you, but accept the truth, what they tell you. Don't just go around to all the coaches around. Don't go to everybody else, to tarot readers. Don't go to other astrologers and come to me and it's like I tell you the same thing that everybody else tells you so. Accept the truth. If you cannot accept the truth, then guess what? You have an obstacles inside of you. Why you don't accept the truth? Because the truth is the essential part of relationships. It is what that is. So guys, if you got like any questions, I'm ready to take that on all it. So yeah, you're welcome, Neil, for the stuff. I'll post some more pictures I have from today out on the Facebook, so you can go ahead and having them and enjoy them. So until we make your questions, guys, you need to understand that when you come in person within the relationship, you have your own luggage, your own baggage from your past. And look at your own past, okay? You can go ahead and see what it is I did in my past. It is in my past repeating. There is a repeating patterns. Did I evolve from before? But also you need to understand that the person next to you also has a baggage. Okay? Nobody's a saint here. Tell about the third energy, why twin flame run with another person. Oh yeah, Christine, I'll tell that. Yes, that's a very good question, the third energy. And if you look at that luggage and baggage for it, that's the reason about the naked talk. Once you had this naked talk with a person and everything is preset, guess what? You will end up in separation if something was not set properly into this naked talk. If there was a hidden truth, lies, deceits, you need to be very careful with people who have a personal disorders. Okay, those people can mirror everything they want to mirror to you, and after that, you figure out something on your own. So that's another thing you gotta be careful for it. So Christina, talking about the third energy, why twin flame run with another person? The third energy. You need to understand that the third energy has its own purpose. The third energy, that could be an energy that puts you together, but the third energy also could be an opposite energy, which just come with the same strength, just to test you. Are you willing to do the right things? Okay? Because if you say, for example, I'm going to be with my twin flame forever and ever and ever, and there is the third energy, and you say this in the front of your twin flame, but down the road something happened, and it's like, well, if that person, if I see a green light, or if I find a four-leaf clover, or if I see numbers, blah, 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 or whatever, maybe I should go with them. Guess what? You're going to test it simply because you doubt it in yourself. So the third energy is the third energy that monitoring what are you doing with your twin flame. And also the third energy can kind of like test you. Are you truth? I say this thousand and thousand and thousand times. Be your truth. You're not in your truth. Guess what? That third energy is going to be on your tail. You can call it karma, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. That third energy can't bring the paradise to you, but also can crumble everything to dust. So you got to be very careful with this third energy, and the twin flame can run believing on the third energy. But what third energy is, okay? You need to understand that the energy is energy, but it's like a coin. It's got two faces. One leading towards the right thing, the other going to deception, lies, and everything. But it's the energy. And once the both two units becomes one with the energy, they become a one coin. They become a union. So there is no more lies and deceits. Because if there is a lie and deceits in the relationship will not last at all. That's one of the reasons why the twin flame runs, and specifically with another person. I mean, I hope that Christina that can kind of like, hey, Juliano, right? How are you? And they can run with another person just to test themselves. They're devoted to you, Christina. If they're not devoted to you, universe is going to test them one way or another. They're going to find out what they did, what's going on, what the situation is. One way or another, the third energy is going to tell them. See, the third energy is the energy of the universe. If they sense a doubt inside of you, they're going to test you. Sooner or later, they're going to test you. The question it is you to look at it, maybe taking a look at the stuff more deep. Carl, I don't know what the truth is anymore. It's very confusing journey. Good luck with your surgery. You've been through so much already. Thanks for answering. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. And yeah, I've been through a lot of crap. But, you know, the crap never done, finished, seems like. Hopefully this is going to be the last things, and I can find my own peace at some point. Marianne Hendry, Dio, are you coming back to the U.S. or are you staying in your country? Maybe that's personal. Right now I'm in a position that I don't know where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing. The universe can send me someplace else. I have many options to choose, to stay here, go back to the States, or move somewhere in Europe, or go back down in South America. You guys know my love for Argentina, so I have no idea what I'm going to do in my life at this point of time, because this is a confusing time. Thank you, Juliano. Appreciate it. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I got many options. The one thing for sure is, like, after all the surgeries, I will be going someplace warm for like a month, maybe, and just stay there. Just freaking stay there, and probably do a videos and good things and talking to you guys for it, but after all thing is done, I'm breathing better right now. My lips are getting better, as you see it in my face. But yeah, I'll be enjoying. Prasad, good to see you, Dio. How are you? Your guidance technology helped me a lot. I'm doing okay. Doing some things. I did a lot of researches. I went out to study basic psychology and went out all the way up to um, traits of personal disorders. Because some of the people that been contact me in the past maybe 8 months, there is nothing, but it comes out to don't have much with the twin flames, but has more to do with the toxic relationships and basically leading towards a certain patterns of things and issues that have been like this. It's been very weird to me because it's like, okay, if it's a one person, that's okay. If it's two, three, but all of them. So I began to look at it. I watched so many videos, and I'm a psychologist, and some of friends here that I have, they work as a karmic astrology, but she's also a psychologist, and she understands all this concepts. I had a very good communications and talks about it. When you put an astrology with psychology, that's what I do as an astrologer. And we had a very good conversations. We talk about 3 hours about all this and why this is happening. But when I look at it, the current energies is just like the darkness kind of like come out for it. So it is the same thing right now when the people who are in the union and when the truth surface, soon or later, the truth will surface. And that truth, it is about, well, you didn't tell me about this, you don't tell me about that. Or the person hide themselves, or they do weird things for it. Or if you ask them for certain accountability, they can't give you accountability because they're not accountable to their own self. So you ask them for accountability, and guess what? There is no accountability. So fear that they messed up with the accountability, guess what? They're going to reject you because you find out what they've been doing. You're going to reject them. Okay? That is a lot of things that comes up, but during here to talks with my friend who's been, if you're watching the video, there was a video in Bulgarian language with Nuri. When we talk about it with him, we end up going down the line. Okay, we went down to the roots, whereas that begin into it. So that begins in generations 2 before him. Not now. Now you are the effect of you have issues within yourself. You are the effect of causes that happened 1 or 2 generations earlier, prior. Okay, so that's what the things are. Giuliano Dio, I think we have given more value than we should the story of the twin flame. We need to be well and calm, and if it's be together, we'll be. That's more opinion. Yes, value. It's a very good thing when we giving too much value. When you give too much value to a person, okay, especially within the twin flames, there is something how would I explain this? You're blind, okay? The love makes you blind, and that's how it should be. If you're not blind because of the love, there is something, it's not clean love, okay? If you're not in 100% love, then there is something, it's not right, okay? For you, I'm talking about personally for you. When you give 100% of you, you prove to the universe is like, here I am. I'm here. I'm doing my things. Okay? But that has a very negative side. The negative side of the 100% of the value, when we're talking about, is that you don't see that the other person is not 100%. Hey, Brooklyn. Thank you. And you're welcome. When you get this 100%, you're blind. You don't see the things. Doesn't matter what the situation. Maybe the relationships has nothing to do with the things, but you don't see it. You don't see it. You don't see no red flags. You don't see no situations. And if you will remove the label or anything, you don't see this. You see the things when you're going within the journey, you're going within the road. Okay? But still, the problem within you will be triggered, and the problem within your partner will be triggered. How you're going to solve the problem depends on you. But there is some solvable problems, and there is a unsolvable problems. Okay? Some problems cannot be solved just like that. They can, simply because the one will not do the work for solving the problem. Okay? It's the same thing with the technicians. All right? You cannot take a technician who is a pipe fitter to go and fix a hydraulic circuit. Simple as that. The pipe fitter has to go study hydraulic systems, so when he looks the chart for a hydraulic system, to go ahead and troubleshoot it. But if the one person is hydraulic troubleshooter and the other one it's a pipe fitter, and you have to work on electric system, oh gosh, it's impossible. You two have to study an electric system. And here it's the willingness. Are you going to study the electric system or you're not? Are you two both going to study the electric system? Are you two going to be both together study the issues? Go down to the root cause of it. And that's what it is. Prasad, if you will remove the label twin flame soulmate or anything, I think only your heart and soul know what actually you can describe your efforts and understanding to put on the words usable. Yeah, if you we'll remove any labels. We are going to call it in the relationships. But in the relationships, if you take a look, there is some lot of things that comes in. Okay, they can be a prosperous relationships. They can be a relationship based out of a business. It is like two rich families. They marry their son and daughter just so they can keep the wealth. You can look at it, the relationships as a just a relationship, so I can have a roof over my head and that's it. Maybe we can have a kids and I can pretend that I can clean, cook, or the man can say I can go to work, but just to have a wife at home. So when I come back home, I just want to have a wife. There is no love there. Okay, you guys getting it. The heart knows for it. The heart knows everything. But in these ages that we are living now, since the twin flames begins. I mean, at the beginning of the last century. I didn't say now, last century. This century will begin to explode it. And we did a good in the explosions of the twin flames. But to be more of this is now we begin to understand the truth. We are focused on the truth. We don't want anything else. We want the truth. If we have the truth, we have the happiness, the true happiness. If we have a love, we want the true love. If we want the good food, we want the real food. Not like, for example, the food that doesn't have a taste. I mean, this push for the truth has been for the past few years. But what end up with those relationships is they don't have a relationships. They don't know what to do with the relationships. They create a toxic relationships and abusive relationships. Some of the abusive relationships, they can be created because of, I mean, a lack of understanding, lack of money, I mean, desperations, or never been loved, and can be a physically, emotionally abusement by parents because the parents didn't have time, money, or effort to care for them, so they don't know what the real relationship is. So now you get into this relationship and you're like, holy crap, what should I do? So again, sit down with yourself and troubleshoot the problems. Okay, you going around the problems still exist. You might go to a different relationship, but the problem's going to be existing. Okay, maybe you have to set up a healthy boundaries. Maybe you have to be more clear in communications, but maybe you have to be more clear into our red flags. It's like, hey, listen, let's talk about this issue. Why are you doing this? Okay. Hi, Marian. Hi, Brooklyn. Brooklyn said something about mirroring. We are mentally, physically, emotionally, especially our level of ego. We'll talk about this, the ego. Where was I? Yeah. Talking about these relationships. You have to look into the relationships as two people discuss the issues. Okay, not just making a single decision and both out. That's not a relationship. That is something else. Okay, for it. So again, troubleshoot yourself. Really. Lee, mirror wherever we are mentally, physically, emotionally, especially our level of ego. Mirroring. Let me tell you, everyone can mirror you pretty much these days. Because as the twin flames, we raise the vibration so high. Everybody's pretty much awake. Every third person on this earth know what the word twin flame is. If you go back 10 years ago, the words twin flames was basically out of the existence. You never heard of it before. But now as a mirroring, mirroring shows up that the things can be put in together. But let me explain something about mirroring and the relationships. Someone can mirror you, but they can mirror you like this. So now you see your own reflection here. And when you see your own reflections, you are right now in the impression that that person is the same as you. No, they're not. No, they're not. They know how to mirror. Wherever you're projecting on them, they mirror back just for a certain purpose, just for certain things. But over the time, when that mirror falls down, then you see the true colors of the person. So the ego still exists, Lee. Okay? I mean, it will show up the ugly side of the ego. It will show up everything. But at that beginning, that will mirror you. And that's how a lot of the people who comes in and they think they're in a twin flames, they don't understand what twin flame is. You need to understand twin flames know intimacy on levels far beyond anything they can imagine. I'm not talking about intimacy that you know. They know intimacy with God. When you know the things differently. So mentally, the people can have a lot of issues, a lot of baggage. That can be religion, culture. That can be the way they grow up. What I mean with the way they grow up, talking about maybe who are their best friends were during their teenage years. Maybe they learned bad habits when they were teenagers and they still keeping them. Growing up, the environment they were, okay? And this mentally can be a lot of issues. Physically, that could be, it is about the body. I mean, they can have issues. Right there, you may be like, well, I don't like them. Maybe they're too fat or they're too big or they're too much masculine or whatever, or they can have other issues. But if it's true love, you will love the person physically who he is. Emotionally, if they're emotionally available and stable, and they prove that part because of the way it goes is the energy, the third energy, the universe energy. Okay, we talked about earlier the third energy. That energy comes in and puts the love within two people. That's how it goes. Then that ignition period begins and it gives them the plan of that universal ultimate love. And that's how it begins. Okay? And then this people, they have to work the things out to create it. But they're going to be tested, right? They're going to go through this. But emotionally, if they cannot handle this, okay, they're going to go in separation. And if emotionally they're not capable, they cannot perform the actions. They're going to lack into the actions. They can say the words, they can express their emotions, okay? But when it comes to an actions point, they cannot. And that's what the emotionally, if the person is not capable of it, there won't be enough energy, enough willpower to actually do it in the physical realm, to perform as an action. You need to understand the actions are speaking louder than anything else. Actions, not something else. Action is the last resort. Okay, there is an energy, cause, and effect in actions. That's how it goes. If the right actions happen, more energy comes in, more cause comes in because the cause is good, the effects are good, and the actions are good, and then more good energies comes in. That's how this manifestation, beauty, working with God comes in. Okay, you do something, it's for a good cause, and all of a sudden everything begins like a magic, like a miracle. But You pretend something, you're not doing the actions. Guess what? The actions are not there. Then the universe says, hell, if there is no action, there is no more energy. There's no more energy. And you're like, what's going on? Why this energy between me and my partner failed? Previous steps, the actions. You did something, or you too did not did something. Troubleshooting it, the problem. Investigate it. See what that is for it. Let me go back to the question. So here, and especially at the level of the ego. The ego, there is some healthy part of the ego that you have to be helping you to set up a little bit of boundaries. Without the boundaries, there won't be no healthy things. What I mean by the healthy ego is going to be like, hey, don't do this because it's not the right action. We are not going to get the energies that we need to perform. Hey, let's get up at 8 o'clock so we can go to work. But you get up at 12 o'clock at noon. You see what I'm saying? The ego right there, it's like comes in, it's like not doing the right things. But if you take a look at it on the other side, it's like, well, we can see maybe we can work at 8 o'clock, and all of a sudden you get up and it's like, oh, well, it's 12. Maybe not going to go to work today. Where is the action? The ego can have many shapes of things. The ego could be, from use of controlling, manipulating, to abusive relationships. There's so many things out of the ego. But you can't be 100% of the ego or 100% of the soul. You have to unite them to work together. But that is a part of troubleshooting. What do you need to unite with? Lee, I'm referring to mirroring ego when people claim their twin is narcissistic or selfish, but refuse to see or witness their own negative traits. Lee, very good questions about this, about the mirroring ego when people claim their twin flame is narcissistic. Let me explain this to you a little bit more profound, as much as possible. Don't use the word narcissistic until you investigate and troubleshoot really deep the root cause analysis about your twin flame if they're narcissistic. Okay? To call someone out that it's narcissistic, there's quite a few traits. Okay? First of all, they are love bombing you. That's the mirroring effect. That is the part when they have a mirror in front of you, but you don't see their true intents. The narcissistic behavior, it's when they pretend something which is they are not. Often their lack of accountability of their actions. You can see a traits of certain things like lack of intimacy. They will prefer some way to hide their intimacy. Okay, maybe they can prefer to sleep alone or sleep with kids, but to prefer their lack of intimacy. I'm not talking about sexuality. Don't mix sexuality with that. Intimacy, they fear of the intimacy because they don't know intimacy. They never received an intimacy. They don't know what love is. The narcissist doesn't know what love is. They think that the love is when everybody pays attention to them and gets into them, and so on. The narcissist is someone who needs an attention. They're on growing up child. For they seek an attentions. Usually, they seek some kind of value that they can benefit. There is another thing with the narcissist that they use manipulations, and they use something very bad, which is called discard. They will discard you anytime they feel like it. They can discard you in the worst possible moment, at the worst possible situations. You can look at it more at the narcissist, because in the narcissist, if they have a family, especially if they have a kids, one of the kids could be kind of like what they call the scapegoat. One of the childs, though, but could be a golden child. That golden child's going to be kind of like ruling everybody in the house. That child can be manipulative, and he's going to be like, if you, for example, you put something on the table, he's going to say, no, I don't want this. I need a special treatment. I cannot do this. I need somebody to do it for me. Okay. You have to study this narcissistic behaviors before you label it. The narcissism could be inherited through the DNA. The narcissists can be actually grown up like this if their parents are narcissists, or if that person has been in a narcissist relationships during the growing up years with friends, co-worker, or friends, or whatever how you want to call it, or they've been into a narcissistic previous relationship and they have this abuse from a narcissist that now affects that relationship if they are your twin flame. Okay. But nevertheless, before you label it and before you do it, you need to study. You need to look. You need to troubleshoot for it. Okay. You need to open up the blueprints in there. And during this, you can figure out what's going on, what the situation is. You can learn for the scapegoat, golden child, and so on situations for it. I was in a relationship with diagnosed narcissist. Everyone throws the term around this day for, yeah, everyone throws it these days. I tell you, bro, I mean, just has been crazy. Everyone throws them around these days for someone that doesn't, something they don't like. But I also believe we all carry this behavior. Little or not, we carry this behavior. We have some traits for it. I mean, Lee, if you want to look at it, there is no perfect person. Let me explain this. I'm not perfect either. Okay, everybody has something. Everybody. If you have nothing, then you should not live here on this earth. All right. Let's be honest up here. But go and research. I will probably post the link maybe later on for it. But there is some evaluation tests. Go to a psychologist or psychiatrist, and it's like, dude, I want to see what I got in me, what I need to work on it, what is my problems are, what's going on. Okay. But if you are diagnosed narcissist, I didn't understood that I was in a relationship with that. Okay, you were. Okay, so you were in a relationship with someone who's diagnosed as narcissistic, which is has got an NPD, narcissistic personal disorder. You need to look at it that there is some quite a few flavors of this NPD. For it, there is a cover that's, he's kind of like hiding on it. There is a narcissist who they can convert and they can work with their issues. Most of them, they go in therapy and then just bolt out. And it's like, you know what, I don't have this. It's too hard for me. I already developed my own personal life and I already developed my personal system inside of me. I don't need someone to screw up with my head, but they screw up with everybody else. Okay, so, but if I was you, give me just a 1 second. I will tell you who you should go out and look for it. I will get you some. There is a lady that is very good and explain this. I will post the link here. She's very good at that. There is a professor, which is I really went out to dig into, and let me see if I can find it out where it was, because my computer burned out, and I know that. I think I saved some of his videos. So, right here. And
non-disputable. So this is an element of grandiosity. Of course, this grandiosity, as everything is with a narcissist, it's compensatory. What does it compensate?
This is one of his videos
for fear.
that he's been talking about how the narcissists, they fear love, and out of the fear of love, they can discard you just because they fear the love. They fear the intimacy, and you can see certain aspects why you're lacking the intimacy with the person. Okay, but to go back to this, please troubleshoot the thing before you label it. Okay, after you troubleshoot it, then you really dived in, and if there is a proof with this narcissistic behavior, then guess what? You need to follow your guts of the things what you're going to do. That is entirely up to you. Okay, Lee, I hope those links can help you, but those people are professional. Don't go and study someone who's just talking out of the blue. Go study the professionals and these personal disorders. Okay. How to reunite with twin after they choose third party? Oh, well, you can't. If they choose the third party, maybe there is a lessons in there, but they are the third party in there. That third party could be a test for them, so they can understand how they lose. Did they lose their divine feminine? Or maybe they can just go and see. I don't know who this new user is, but I'm answering you. And if they choose this third party, why did they choose the third party? Did they have a lust issues? Did they have any other issues? they had an issue with you in order to choose that third party. Okay, and if it's the divine feminine, what's made them to choose? That is a trigger. That is a problem that you need to work on it. And you need to understand they have a problem. That's their problem to work on it. If they choose someone else over you, they choose that. They make that choice. They make the actions. What the third energy is going to do, that is a whole another ball game. Okay, maybe they're gonna get their karma. Maybe that third party that they choose, maybe they're gonna give them the karma back, and they're gonna choose third party later on over them, so they can understand what that's mean to her, to learn the lesson. You never know. Okay, but the third energy is the third energy, and that third energy, a lot of the people who are in relationships, they are kind of like doubting it. I mean, I've been hearing some, like, don't judge me. Only God can judge me. Well, God's the third energy. Just be careful when you speak about this, because I see some stuff that goes on around for it. How do you interact with your twin flame after he choose third party over divine feminine? Does think about twin flame energy, hence they run? That twin flame energy, you need to understand, if the twin flame energy is not really based in the soul, but it could be based out of just you feel good, feel around them. Maybe there is a lot of common things between you two. Maybe there is you're in the same type of things. Those are energetic chords, okay? But you can kind of like misguide it as a twin flame. Okay, the twin flame, that's the energy cord within the soul that we all have. We are all one. We are all one. And let me tell you this, we are one collective soul, like it or not. We are all connected. Okay? The twin flame connection is when the third energies decide to put you together. You got to be very careful how you act and react with the third energy, with universe. And that's what, if you somebody choose this, they choose thanks. That's their choices, not yours. Okay? How they have relationship with the third energy, with God, it's up to you. Okay? It's up to you. It's up to them. Your personal relationship with third energy, your personal relationship with God, your personal relationship with love. That's how it goes. Brooklyn, it's bugs me when I see people constantly call that twin narc. I'm like, have you looked in the mirror? Hi, Christine. Why did you retract your message? Write it down again. Let me see. Let me see what that is. Brooklyn and the US they're going to choose everyone, but until you get right with yourself, stop worrying about what they're doing. That's right, Brooklyn. You got that right. Thanks, Dio. Thanks for it. Okay. So, any more questions you guys have? Been already 1 hour here. I can have another smoke. Did I miss any questions? Anybody? Do you find poverty consciousness related to a twin flame journey? What is poverty? You can have a simple life, but happy life. And that has nothing to do with a twin flame. If you look at it down in the legends, Lee, throughout the legends, you will understand there was nothing about the poverty. Because twin flames, they can create out of the nothing, they can create they have the willpower and they have the support from the third energy. They have this energies for it. But they can create poverty if the things are not right. And the actions will speak for it. They may have a temporary success. They may have something goes on. But after a while, they will lose everything. Because the third energy can be really, I mean, I've seen it, give to people, take from people to learn the lessons. And the poverty for it, it's not a excuse for a behavior. Okay, you can go and find resources or find excuses. You can make excuses that you are living in poverty, or you can roll your sleeves and get to work. Okay, I don't think so. But the twin flames can fix poverty? Yes, they can. Can the third energy together with twin flames can create miracles and things can happen? Yes, it can. And I can tell you I've seen it. The performance of this third energy has been quite amazing. Even the persons, they don't believe this, but action speaks louder than words. So, but this poverty consciousness that you're talking about, if that consciousness is empty, as you probably referring to it, that consciousness can be developed with love, though, as long as the person is willing into it. Lee, I would suggest you to look and find one movie. It's called Hamari Aduri Kahani. It's an Indian movie. It's a twin flame movie. She said to him, "Teach me how to love because I don't know how to love." You'll find the answers there. Sapiro, I'm married and I have my twin flame too. We call ourselves twin brothers. We have plans to work together. We still don't know each other physically, but I don't know how that moment we will talk about. But I'm fine with everything. I know we will live what we have. Shapiro, I need to understand that yes, you can work together, you can live together, you can be together. As long as the person you are with it, they're not like this. They don't mirror you just so they can succeed, and later on they can kind of like be careful, have a read of red flags inside of you, see the words, see the things. But if you have a plan to work together, go and work together. Go and do it. There's got nothing wrong with that. Be your 100% truth, because when you perform that work together and you are 100% truth, you're not only proving to yourself, you're proving to that third energy. you prove it to your twin flame or you to your person. Okay, but that has a value in the front out of the universe. You evolved. You open up in 100%. Most of people don't understand what that 100% means. If you don't understand what 100% means to evolve, go watch the movie Lucy. Figure it out. Answer is there. Okay. That's what Lee. Can you help me write the name of the movie? Hold on. I'll give you
От Анджелини. Имате планове, но боя се е разразило в гърлото ви. Разчитайте на тап.
Here you go, Lee. I posted that for you. Gio, do you think all the stuff they're saying about twins reuniting in 22 is correct? Hi, Maria. Brooklyn, you need to understand about future. This is why when I do astrology reading for you or astropsychological analysis, what I call to a person, I don't look for the future. The reason is this is the line of the present. Okay, you begin to look for the future, you curve that line. Now we created a timeline, and the person does not do the requirements to fulfill what will happen. Because if you know you're going to be in 2022 united with your twin, but you don't do the job, you ain't going to be united with your twin in 2022. But if you do your inner job, you probably can be in union maybe in 5 days. It's up to you. But this journey is a lot more about you to become your true self personally. You have to be a true to your own self before you're true to somebody else. That's what this is. Okay, Brooklyn? So try to stay away from these predictions. Begin more into actions. Okay, action speaks louder than words than anything. Actions. Change your behavior, change your parents, change your views over the things, change your energy, because if you know as a twin flame, you can become something even more than that. And you have more higher purpose after you evolve as a twin flame. You will be blown away. But we are not even figured out twin flames. I'm going to be talking to you for universal couples that they work with universe, like universal twin flames. You're not ready for it. You're not ready for it. You're not ready to work with the universal energies until you not develop yourself. So that's what is. Focus on the actions today to be going on the next level. Don't be a focus on the anything before. Deborah, thank you, dear. Gave up on the twin flame a few years ago. He ended up divorcing back to his wife, then split again. Big surprise. Last time I saw him with someone same type as his wife. Ha ha ha. Some people, they scare the heck out of you. That's why I will look at it, Deborah. I mean, if he's choosing the same patterns, then he hasn't solved the problem. He divorced his wife, then go back to his wife, divorce his wife, then he's got maybe some kind of personal issues, maybe of borderline, or maybe just something going on in there. But if he's choosing the same type, he's repeating same pattern. It is what that is. I mean, if you've seen it and you saw it, then it is what that is. My suggestion to you is connect to the third. Hi, Maura. Happy Saturday. Maybe you should go ahead and connect to the third party to bring you someone for you. It's not worth it you to just stay stuck and this and wait for somebody, because I see back in Argentina when I was there, what happens when a person stay all their life from 20 years till age of 78, when they wait for their twin flame. What's going on? You don't want to see that someone's light inside of their soul is totally dismantled. And you don't want to see that somebody feel like they wasted their life. Okay? Just throwing out there. I hope you guys get in it. Yes, we have to align ourselves with consciousness all the time. We experience in different people. Sometimes you can have the same experience until you learn certain lessons. Okay? You can learn a lessons of acceptance the way they are. You can learn a lesson of forgiveness, even though certain things are unforgivable. Okay? The third energy has a involvement in that, and when the third energy is involved in that, third energy tells you, even if forgive or forgive not, or no, that is my situation. The third energy is, I put you two together for certain reasons. I got this. Don't forgive, because if you forgive, they will repeat the same cycle. You're not helping them. Don't forgive them. Guess what? You're not going to forgive that person. It doesn't matter what the situation is, because they're used to it, to forgiveness. And because they depend that this forgiveness is going to be given to them, they can repeat the same pattern. Now, you don't forgive them, you throw them out in the bus. It's like, stop with the repeating patterns. That's how it goes. It is what it is. Thanks, Margaret. So, anybody else got so many questions? Hi, Dreamer. How are you? We're talking about here, it's about why the union fails, problems. And it was about to wrap that up to troubleshoot it's the answers, relationships. You go down to the root cause of the problems. Okay, so for example, if you have in a car and all of a sudden you're wearing your tires on the one side all the time, and you're like, what I'm doing wrong, I'm changing the tires. Well, you need to change the wheel bearing. The wheel bearing, it does this, so wears out the tires so fast. So it doesn't matter how many tires you change, you need to change the wheel bearing. Okay, and take a look why you have repeating patterns in your life, why they keep recurring, what you haven't learned. Trust, money, love, respect, what? And the problems that you have are the red lights. It's like here, that's what it is. Here, this is the problem. Okay, and that's what you need to go deeper, because after the first red light, there might be a second, there might be a third, there might be a fourth, until you become the bottom of the issue. Once you fix the bottom of the issue, you can begin and come back up and build that up with the new, build that up with new, fresh things. That's what they say after union, after you reflected, after the separation, I'm sorry, you reflect on everything. You rebuild everything. You're the new person. You're the new way. Then you can go back and seek union again. The message of the story is heal, heal, heal on you, and everything will work out. Well, the message of the story is that you can heal, heal, but heal the right things. Don't change the tire when the problem is your drive shaft or the wheel bearing or your shocks are weak and they're causing you to blow tires. See, there is so many causes behind it. You can heal something, okay? For example, you might heal a physical problem, but behind the physical problem, there is an energy problem, there is a nerve problem, there is a karmic problem. That could be a family karma problem, okay? Look deep, take time, okay? Take time, but look deep. Don't just look on the top of the surface, okay? Because on the top of the surface, it's like you taking your car into the mechanic and he's like, okay, I'm putting you a new tire, I'm making money. Then you come back 3 months later, it's like, dude, what happened to the tire? Well, the tire is worn out. We got to get you a new tire. No, go deep. Go to a different car dealership. And it's like, I'm always wearing a tire. What the hell's going on? Well, let's look at it. They lifted the car. They look at it. It's like, wow, your wheel bearing is shot. Your shocks are worn out. You have your drive shaft is broken. So when you drive over 60, your car shakes. Yes, well, it needs to be replaced. And that's what that is. You heal the proper things, not heal what looks on the surface. You go dive deep, deep to solve this. Okay? Go dive in deep. My person denied our connections 5 years later. He has lost everything. Third energy's problem, not your problem, that he has lost everything. Okay, a lot of the people that happens to them. Some people gets blessings, some people gets everything out of the way. It is what it is. So, I mean, karma is a bitch. We all know that. Okay, I mean, that's how it goes. So, that's what this is. And I don't know if we are connected or not, but to me it states that your connection is unstable and they're trying to reconnect. So I hope everything works fine. For right now, trying to reconnect. So I hope everything works fine. For right now, yes, amen. That's what I made this video, so some of you can go deep into the things to solve these things. All right, so you to stop repeating the cycle of fixing things out on the surface, because things that you're trying to fix deep, they're going to be more deeper. Everything, they are really going to be more deeper than that. not just out of the blue for it. All right, guys, I'll be here for another 5 minutes. This is going to be like an hour and a half video. So if you got any questions, anything to say on the chat, I'm here for you. Going through the chart, see if it's Shannon Stevens. My twin died and we both never physically met. What does that mean? Here's the thing though, my twin died, we never physically met. See, when you physically met with your twin, there is this instant connections to it. Or if you had a video conference or something. Thanks, Brooklyn. I appreciate. Thank you for the time you came here and did a good questions. Lee, thank you so much too. And I appreciate everyone. Have a great weekend. But Shannon, you have to look at more of the things. Energy is energy. If your twin had to pass away, if somebody has to go upstairs, it's their time. What you have to do is focus on yourself, do it what's right for you. And if he passed away, okay, he probably give you something. He give you a gift. He give you an energy. He gave you a love. And begin with this realization of this energy somehow, some way. Maybe art, maybe writing, maybe something, maybe create something, doing something, but does something within that energy. If that is a video connection, is that energy for it, then go ahead and use that. Use that love for something. Create some kind of action. Actions speaking louder than words for it. And Alina, how long was your twin flame journey? Oh my God, I can't count anymore. Probably more than 8, 9 years, something like that. Maybe going on 10. I don't know. The time it's kind of like ask Tony Twin Flames Tarot. Hi Dio. Hi chat. I'm now understanding that my hypersensitivity has caused me unhealthy bonds with people. Any advice on releasing guilt when walk away?